Hey, that was scary. This is Jason. And there goes Eden. There's Carli. And Tony's back.
I'm back, bitches.
For now.
Rude.
Welcome back to our podcast, friends.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Oh Shit, That's Scary. This is his side of the story. Part two.
Part deux.
Part deux.
Part deux.
Part blech. Part blech.
Blah.
Part blech.
Blah.
No, gross. We went a little long the last one, so we're going to start off second, start off fresh, start off clean, start off
happy.
And duet.
I was going to say happy. That's my best friend, Carli Vanilla, guys. Forever.
We're going to save time and just do a half an hour song in the intro.
There you go.
That way we have more time to talk.
There you go. We were talking about sleepwalking. They were sharing some stories. Carli had a story about her sister who I said to kick her out of the house. Madison, I'm sorry again. I love you so much. I don't want you to die, but don't ever sleepwalk
Never
near
do
me.
that again.
Because no matter how old you are, you're a child.
She hasn't done it since.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's probably why she's lived.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Jason,
I sleep through everything.
Jason and Tony shared their Eden stories, which is always fun.
Stories.
Touched on fear fainting, touched
Boring.
on, I would love it if we would let me speak, Jason.
Go ahead. I was talking to Tony.
Do you want to hold my hand?
Okay.
Okay. This is weird. I want it back. Don't touch me. I think that, I don't really know where I want to start off now. I don't think we have too much more to do on sleepwalking. Oh, I do have a story.
Wait, before you get into that, why don't we read some of our comments?
Oh,
We
our
do
comments. We do
have-
have a couple comments. We have two.
We have two. We have two
Two
comments.
comments is better than none, and I appreciate you both.
Love you guys.
BOF.
This is
Bullshit.
off of
That's
the first episode,
very
way back
first.
when we first started our little company.
God, it was like 3 weeks
Our
ago.
little company of Mary. We started it, and now we're here.
Oh my,
Now we're here. Start from the bottom.
Now we're here.
We're
Carli.
here now. Don't worry. Our very first comment was from Patrick.
Hi-yo, Pat.
198620004.
That's his phone number. Call
Security.
him.
Call
Social
him.
Security.
Tell him we say hi.
Yeah.
And he says, I can attest that the household being a very frightening place. Once I spent the night, and the next morning I was being yelled at for leaving cigarette butts everywhere. But here's the kicker. I don't even smoke. Truly terrifying.
So if you didn't get by the name, Patrick, he's from England.
Yeah.
That's the accent she was doing, guys.
No, it's
You sound
Redondo
like you're
Beach.
from London.
I love that comment because that's a real thing that happened.
Yeah, that happened quite often.
Yeah, Pat spent the night. My dad bitched at him for leaving cigarette butts out, and he's the only person that was there that was not smoking. Poor Pat.
I know.
Poor
He's
Pat.
such
My
a good
dad
trooper,
yelled at
though.
him like 3 times.
I know.
That's what he gets.
He's like, the one with the glasses? I'm going to yell at him. Because that's how my dad classifies people. There's the one, just all bad. All
great.
bad. Thanks. Shout out to you, Dad.
Hi.
He's not going to listen.
He might.
He doesn't like the sound of my voice. Neither does Jason.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Our second comment
Ooh, there's another one.
from
Number blah.
Tony Gomez.
Who's that?
I don't know.
That's
Sounds
the
like
screen
a
name?
chump.
Sounds like a douche.
Sounds like a
Right?
chump.
That's the screen name.
I'm gonna punch you in
Tony
the vagina.
Gomez.
Don't
Tony
punch me in the
Space
vagina.
Gomez.
What an original screen name.
I wonder what his real name is.
Antonio.
Is it?
He has to say, the first episode of Oh Shit, That's Scary was great. I had stories for days about that house and encounters with Eden. That Tony fellow sounds like quite the guy. Keep up the good work, guys. Can't wait to hear more.
That was amazing.
Moi.
And that's really how I sound. So let's get this bitch on the road.
Tony's here. Hey, Tony.
I'm here. The cabs are here.
Complete episode's gonna sound like this for the rest of the episode. You don't like it, kiss my ass.
How do I do it?
Just
Hey.
make your mouth sound real, like make it feel real big inside.
My mouth is a big guy.
One
I got a
time,
big old mouth.
Bibbidi boppity boopity.
Hey, spaghetti-o.
I got a scary story. I was in my room and then something grabbed my fucking foot. And I scrambled out of there.
Scrambled.
Scrambled up out of there.
Got scrambled out. Scrambled out. All right, we lost Tony. Jason's on his way out also.
I never left, girl.
Oh, Jesus.
Baby, I'm back.
Baby, I'm back. You can lay sorry that we break into songs so often.
We don't,
Not
really.
sorry. Oh, we don't? Oh, I'm so sweaty.
Just this episode twice
Wet.
so far.
Well, it's late. For those that don't know, we are recording right now. It's 12:45.
Yeah, wait. And
Eastern
saying,
time.
saying it's late after I said that I was sweaty and you're like, well, it's late. Like, that's not a thing that I do.
She
And I just-
sleepwalks and sweats at
And
night.
after 10 p.m. is just
After 10,
drenched.
just slip and slide.
There's
Let's
rush
play
After
around.
hour.
midnight.
There's rush hour, bedtime, and then sweat time.
It's me.
Sweat time.
Anybody who
hence the
doesn't
songs.
know me that listens to this are gonna be like, that bitch is
is wrong
fucking
with
fucked
her?
up.
Why isn't she in a sanitarium?
A sanitarium.
To sanitize that brain.
I thought you were gonna say something else, and I'm so proud of you.
We need more sanitariums.
Are we talking pussy here?
Well, I mean, we were talking pussy.
Okay.
We were talking. We were.
Are we talking pussy right? No, I can't. I don't have the
Please,
accent
please
anymore.
don't ever look at me while you're saying that.
I don't know where else
Such a
to
foul
look.
word. Please don't use it.
Let's be not eye contact anymore. I want to look at no one except for Carly. Anywho.
That's rude.
Oh my God. Anywho. Oh, I'm so sorry.
What? Oh,
Jeez. What is going on? Do we have more stories? Or?
yes. Okay.
Oh,
So this episode is part
so
2
wet.
of his side of the story, and we got to get into Tony's brain a little bit about what
yeah.
it's like to watch Eden be weird and
Yeah, we did.
watch Jason do weird things as well. But let's talk about the ghost stuff that she explained in the first
yeah.
episode.
I very clearly explained that you did not believe me forever.
Lies.
Try again. You did not believe me forever.
So where are we starting? Which story?
I would love the answer to that question, but it looks like I'm not going to get it.
Tony, you know the story
You,
where
you know you're not on
The door
Maury,
slamming
right?
in my face.
yes,
Yes, Sam.
So we
Always.
went on Maury, and he's all like, "You're the father," and she's like, "No, you're not. You are not the father."
That's true.
And she was in the audience.
Yep. I just had Tony on FaceTime. It's fine.
And I was like, "Oh shit, Maury." Anyway,
Anywho, so I very clearly explained a story where Tony and I were fighting, and
yes. So we're in her room.
but you never
The
believed me.
Infamous drum room.
Dun, dun.
Infamous. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, we were fighting.
Bow, bow.
Don't know about what. It's about like 9 o'clock at night, and we're laying in her bed in darkness, not talking.
Hold on. Go on. Go on. I'm just
No,
saying because
what
we
is that?
heard the story, but go on.
So
It's his side
It's
of the
his
story.
side.
Oh, that's
my
shit.
side.
I don't
Turn
know.
off your mic.
I'm gonna look bad.
no, you're not going to look bad.
You always.
They can't see you.
they can't see you.
If we post a
good.
picture, maybe.
Like this, like a real big smile. Wow! Whatever you think that face looks like in me. Go on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tony.
And
for
then
interrupting you.
we heard your neighbor's dog barking in a crash, and Jobin and Maggie ran out. So I asked you if you wanted me to go look. You said yes.
Of course I did. I'm not going out there. You
I
nuts?
don't think I turned the light on. And I still, when I tell that story, that's always my bad. Because I think I left the light off.
You did.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
so I opened the door. I open it, a good amount. It's a very heavy door. Doesn't lock. And as I'm outside, Jobin's being an idiot, running around doing Jobin's thing. But Maggie, this is what you didn't see.
Dogs. Jobin and Maggie are dogs.
Golden Retriever, is standing outside on the corner of your room, just dead staring at your house. And I was like, Maggie, like, are you okay? And she just looked at me very slowly, looked up at me, and then looked back at the house. And I was like, okay, like, I'll just walk away now. So as I'm walking back to your room,
You just left her there?
I'm about to step through, like, the threshold of your door, and that's when the door just slammed in my face. So me being me, the first thing that popped in my head was, why did this bitch slam the door in my face?
This bitch.
Again? No.
For the 5th time today. And then when I reached for the door, it wouldn't open. And I'm like, well, that's weird because this door doesn't lock. So I'm trying to open it. And then I hear her start screaming, Tony! And she sounds really far away. And I tried to open it even more. And I finally jammed the door open. I like throw it open, turn the light on. And she's like all the way propped up in the corner with like the blanket covering her face, just crying. And I'm like, get the fuck out of the room. So I run in, grab her. We run all the way to the street.
Oh my God. That's right.
And she's bawling her eyes out. We run all the way to the street, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, what happened? What's the matter? What's the matter? And she's all like, trying to gather herself. And she's like, I saw a shadow cross in front of the window, and then the door slammed. And I was like, what? And my dumbass, because I've seen so many horror movies, and I did the complete opposite, which is supposed to do. I was like, you wait here. I'm going to go back.
I'll be back.
So I went back with the light on. And I sat in her room for like 5 minutes, and I was like, do something else. Do it
Stupid.
again.
Stupid.
I know. And then I started to get like all jittery. I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Really? You
And
felt
then,
stuff?
Yeah, and then I like went back out, and that's when she called you guys, and you guys were at dinner. And you were like, should we come
that's
back?
right.
And then you guys came back, and we waited outside until you guys got home.
Where did we eat?
Remember?
Oh, man, I'm
I
I
want to
remember-
say like Denny's or some shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember like I was on the phone and you were like, are you okay? I was like, I mean, if you want to just come back, it's fine. We did sit outside for a long time.
Yeah.
For
I
a long
remember
time.
the door slammed so hard.
Tony's version
Could you
is
see
better
into
than
the
your
room
version.
when you were walking to the
It was
door?
dark because the light was off. And then the door slammed in my face, and
What
I
was
couldn't
Maggie
open it.
looking at?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was weird.
You know
'cause
what?
She's never done that.
Okay. Because I think you've had a similar experience. Laying in bed, I'm like rolling over. I can't like get the blanket like to pull over, and I'm like, fuck, Maggie. Like my dog's laying on the edge of the blanket, and I keep trying to pull the blanket, pull the blanket, and then I hear her like growling. So I roll, and she's like up sitting in the corner of my bed, just growling to the other side of the room, and there's a fucking indent on the bed. Like, and then nothing there, and then I can pull the blanket. Things that are not okay. And I think Jason has had a similar thing in that room, I should mention.
The drum room?
Yeah, the drum
The
room.
infamous
Because Jason, that used to be Jason.
drum room.
Jason found a new button, guys.
Yeah.
It's not a button, it's a twisty.
And it's on my penis.
Oh. And so Jason stayed in the room before and after me, and then we traded a lot.
We lived in every room in that house.
We did. Because there's so many ghosts, you just trade off. It's your turn to deal with them.
I was sleeping on my poor little belly, right? And there was a cat that I loved named Naggle Patches.
Still alive.
Oh, Nickel.
Yep.
He's not dead.
I don't love him anymore though.
Oh.
So I felt like weight on the bed, right? And I just figured, oh, that's Naggle Patches. And I also tried to pull the covers, and it was a little bit heavier than I expected from Naggle Patches. Looked up, nothing there.
It's the worst feeling.
It gives
absolute-
me like chest palpitations.
Guys-
Like heart
When
palpitations.
it happened and Maggie was like up on my shoulder, I pull the blanket comes up, I get it up and I cover my head and then I go, Maggie, do you want to get in here? And then she's still growling. I was like, whoa, we'll just go for a walk then. I walked Maggie at 3 a.m.
Good.
No leash. Just
Get
like,
out of there.
we're out there.
I was almost scared that you were under the blankets. Like, that's not safety.
No, I mean, but you get to a certain point where you're like, just shut my eyes. That's not there anymore.
Yeah, no, I know.
But it's still there.
What if you thought she got under the blanket and it wasn't her?
Oh God, that makes me so nauseous. So nauseous.
I will say one thing.
Again.
Yeah. I do not believe in ghosts whatsoever.
Okay.
But the kitchen is haunted. The kitchen in my dad's house is haunted. I would sleep in any room
But the kitchen.
but the kitchen
Why do you say that?
because it's haunted.
How? Why?
I thoroughly agree with that, but I think every friggin' room in there is. But why?
Because I said so.
Okay.
You're not going to explain it?
There's something in there that just makes you,
Angry.
yeah.
Super angry.
Yeah.
Super
That's
angry.
where the pills were.
Yep.
The previous episode I talk about when I almost took a bunch of pills. Pills came from the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, did that. I have seen like a man standing in the kitchen from the drum room you can see the kitchen window, and I saw a man standing there and was like, that's not anybody here.
Yeah.
Just go back in the room.
Yeah.
Didn't your dad hear we all went camping one time and he heard somebody say good morning to him?
No.
In the kitchen?
Yeah, we all left, and my dad came out of his bedroom, walked in, empty house, and a woman said good morning to him. And then my dad tried to sell the house.
Yes.
Now,
Promptly.
granted, yeah, things have happened in that house forever. Like drawers and things like that would fly out of cabinets and across the room and do all this crazy shit that he would talk about. And he's like, "We got raccoons." Like, Dad, you really think those are raccoons? And then a woman, gently says good morning to
Sell
him,
it.
and he's like, "Got to get out of here.
Outta here.
Selling this house."
For the full story, listen to episode 3 or 2. I forget which one it is.
Yeah, one of those. But yeah, again, that house has now. Tony used to never believe anything I said. He would always call me crazy.
I still
Why
don't.
would he?
Okay, there you go. But the more and more he stayed there, I think the more and more things happen, and the less you would be mean about me.
I used to do weird things where when you were still in the house and I would leave when you would fall asleep, when I'd be going home, I would stand in your living room for 20 minutes.
Ew, shut up, Tony. No, you
I
didn't.
swear. Because,
no, you didn't.
Because you guys would tell me all this stuff. You're like, oh, the guy in the kitchen, the walking, all this stuff. So I would stand in the living room and I'm like, if their dad walks out right now, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, Tony?" But I would stand there because I'm like, I want something to happen.
And how'd that work out for you?
Nothing happened in the house except for this dirtbag walking away from me, and then the thing with Erica.
Wait,
What happened with
What
Erica?
happened with Erica?
So it was when you were in the room in the house.
Erica is our stepsister. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Hola. So we're in the room watching TV, watching a movie, and I forgot what time it was. It was like 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock
Probably.
at night, and we hear her talking to somebody in her room, and we're like, "What the hell is she talking to?" So I was like, maybe you should go check on her because she's talking to somebody. And Eden walks into the hallway because Erica comes out, and she was like, "Hey, is everything okay?" And Erica starts staring at you funny.
Like
And
super weird.
Super weird. And she's looking back into her room and then looking at you and then looking back into her room and then looking at you. And she's like, "Did you change?" And you're like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You were just wearing a white dress. Did you change?" And remember, you looked back at me because I was standing at the door, and I was like, "What the
I could
fuck?"
not, and the poor thing, like she was genuinely confused, and I was confused because I didn't know what she was talking about. And she's like, "What? But where's your dress?"
You've seen a lady in a white dress.
And you were just
have.
like, "Oh, I changed really quick." And she was like, "Okay."
Because
Yeah.
that was another thing.
Yeah,
Her
because
mom would tell her like all those weird things she would see because she saw a lot in that creepy room. They were angels.
She would see footsteps in the crack of the door. So she used to put a towel at the bottom of the door so she couldn't see the angels walking by. Because Erica's younger, but it started clicking in my head when she was going, "But you changed. You were wearing this dress," and I go, "She saw someone that looked like me. That is not me."
And the crazy
So
thing
I
is you have
told
the
her-
picture of your mom.
Right, I'm getting there. I told her, I go, "Oh, I just changed really fast," and she's like, "Okay." So we put it together. I'm like looking at Tony, like, "You gotta help me with this one." But there is a picture of my mom when she's like 18, her first wedding, and she's wearing this really gorgeous white dress, and she looks exactly like me. So we kind of threw that in, like, that's probably it, because Erica swears it was me in a white dress talking to her.
Yeah.
And saying very calm things.
Like what? Do you remember what she was saying they were talking about?
We couldn't hear her talking. We just heard like mumbling in the room, and we're like, "Who the hell is she talking to? Like, is she talking to herself?" But she was like talking to somebody.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Was there ever? Are you sure?
I don't have a choice. You're going to say it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Was there ever an instance where we were afraid of a little kid in that closet?
Yes. She would see a little midget or child walk from the window, which was on one end of the room, all the way across into her closet, which is all the way across the other side of the room.
Now, the room Erica stayed in was the room that I slept in first. And for a year and a half, I slept in the living room because so many things would happen. I had a lot of, this is stupid, I had a lot of porcelain dolls, and they would be up on a shelf. And they would be turned or knocked over, like in the middle of the night. So I started purposely putting them face away so they wouldn't watch me. And in the mornings, they would all be turned.
Jason, was this you fucking with her?
I might have done it after I heard it the first time.
So you just intensified it.
Are you a ghost?
Well, I just figured the ghost has a really good idea. That's pretty creepy. Let's do
But
that.
you didn't start it, though.
Not that I recall,
No.
but I'll take credit.
Creepy.
Awful.
Creepy.
Were you wearing a white dress talking to Erica in the middle of the night?
I very much
I
was.
used to.
you guys.
I'm telling you, I used to feel things tugging at the bed in that room. I used to hear people talking in that room. I used to hear things from behind the closet doors. I would have the closet doors shut, and I would hear them like rattle.
Yeah, even from the room on the other side, you can still hear from the other side in that closet because it shares that wall.
Yeah, and if nothing is in that closet or no one's in that room, you could still hear the things going on from another room, which was the worst part. The worst part. I mean, there was a night I was laying down and I put all my the dolls up, and I go, you know what? I'm not gonna leave them up tonight. Smart Eden, put them in a box. So I put them in a box and I put them up, and then as soon as I go to lay down, they shoot down.
Shut up.
They shoot down and they're just spread out on the floor, and I can't see it from the bed where they fall. So I'm like, I'm just gonna leave this.
That's so scary.
So wait, it gets worse. I leave it. I wake up the next morning, forget about it, and I go, and they're all face up.
Fuck that.
They're not standing up, but they're all face
On
up,
their
like
backs.
they all fell on their backs, like in a line. And I was like, I'm done here. I can't do
Where
this
are those
anymore.
dolls now?
The trash.
Accurate.
They are gone, so somebody else can be haunted by them motherfucking things.
I hate dolls.
We still don't go in that room.
It's not the dolls.
We did
it's
ghost
the
hunt
room.
that room.
It's the house. It's the house.
We've ghost hunted the entire house.
What about someone calling your name?
Yes. I had a woman call my name in the drum room. The infamous drum room. The infamous drum room.
It's a twisty.
Doing the twisty. Let's do the twisty.
Go on. Oh,
baby.
let's do the
Twisty. Twisty. Come on, baby. Come on, Christy. Let's do that twisty. Twisty. And bring your jukebox money.
Rock the lobster.
Okay. So, again, in the drum room.
No,
We had-
Jason. Leave the twisty alone.
Okay.
The infamous drum room.
Damn it. My hand slap wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, it was pretty pathetic.
We went out drinking. All of us went out drinking that night, and I was staying the night. And we got back. Staying the night. Staying the night.
Thank you.
And we were drinking. All of us.
All of us.
The end.
Please continue your story in song.
I was drinking.
All of us.
All of us. All of us.
Please put the twisty away.
No, he could tell the whole story with the twist.
No, my God. Go on.
The twist.
The twist
Like M. Night
ending.
Shyamalan.
I'll just save the twist for the ending.
Okay.
He sees dead people, guys.
And then we'll go back to the beginning,
Yes.
and we'll tell it from different points of view.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Memento. I think. I don't know.
And we'll periodically cut back to the middle.
And you'll get
of the story.
tattoos.
Yes. Oh, I want a tattoo.
Go
Lightsabers.
on,
Are we getting
please.
lightsaber tattoos?
Can you
No.
go on, please?
So we were drinking and we come back and I was going to spend the night. So lights on. We're getting ready for bed. You go in the house because you needed to go to the bathroom.
Always.
So the dogs are getting settled, like Maggie and Jobin are on the couch. And I'm, getting under the covers.
I know.
And as I'm still lights on, as I'm getting under the covers and pulling the blankets over, I hear a woman's voice say, Tony, really loud, to the point where I sat up because I thought somebody was calling me.
To be fair, that is a common name.
And it was a whisper, so it didn't
It
really
was a
have...
loud whisper, but it sounded like a woman's voice. So me being a rational person, I'm like, oh, maybe it was like a mixture of the
Sounds.
blanket sound
Right.
and Maggie making some sort of weird noise.
That says Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like sitting there and I'm like, all right, what could that be? And I still see her in the bathroom. So like 5 minutes goes by and she comes back out and I was like, hey, by any chance, did you call for me like 5 minutes ago? And she's like, no, why? And I'm like, oh, nothing. Because I didn't tell you till after.
Yeah, you didn't tell me because I
Like,
would
way
have been.
after,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, you need to be able
My
to go to
drunken
sleep.
self would
Yeah.
not have
So
handled
I'm
that
like,
well.
I was like, we weren't even drunk. Like, we were not drinking, but we weren't
Is
like
that the
wasted.
same night? Is that the same night that
I
she
sleepwalk.
went
No,
fishing?
no. A different night. But it was after the door incident, though.
It was after the door.
Yeah, it was after. It was like a few months after.
Maybe it was trying to save you from Eden.
trying
Probably.
to keep you away.
Run for the hills.
Run to the hills.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ba, 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 ba.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
It's a beetle with the juice.
Get
Beetle.
him, get him, get him, get him.
Rawr, rawr, rawr.
What else? Oh, and then when we ghost hunted, I have that mumble on my phone.
Oh, that's right. We did a ghost hunt where we stupid. Why we do this? We were already seeing enough shit. We caught less shit ghost hunting than we did just walking through the house on a day to day. But we caught footsteps. We caught like this really loud mumble. So weird thing. We have all the phones plugged in different parts of the house. We all started the recordings at the same time. They all ended at the same time after Tony's caught a grumble.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 minutes in, phone died. All of the phones in the house died at the same time while being plugged in at the same timing as that grumble. Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. So we were up all night.
Yeah.
Who know? And we were
To be
hearing
fair,
stuff.
it was Y2K.
That's right.
Y2J, remember the wrestler?
No.
This-
God, I was like 10.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Y2J.
Y2K. I was about 10.
No.
Just about 10.
Nothing to do with that.
Guys, really?
I said I was defusing the bomb.
What bomb?
The Chris Jericho
Drop
bomb.
the bomb on me,
Baby.
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 Oh, we're gonna have so much singing in this episode, but I love that
Sing along ghost stories.
you stood in my living room
Yeah.
multiple
I did
times.
that.
Super
All you had
creepy.
to do was just lay somewhere or fight with me.
No.
That's all you had to do.
You
Wait,
were
I want
sleeping.
to.
don't know if I would do.
I need to know. Both of you, shut up. I need to know. That night in the infamous drum room.
Good job.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Were you guys fighting?
Which time?
Because her story is you guys were arguing. The
When the
dogs,
door slammed?
The
Yeah, we were
dogs
fighting.
went out. So you said you're sitting in silence, having a picnic.
Because we were arguing.
We were arguing,
We
so-
were fighting, and then we were just laying there, not talking to each other.
I was giving him the silent treatment, but
that's
he was
fine.
also giving me the silent treatment.
What was on TV? What were you guys watching? Cheaters?
Nothing.
Guaranteed he had the TV on, and I guaranteed I turned it off out of spite. Because I used to do that all the time when we would fight. You would start watching something. I was like, guess what? Not watching shit now, but you're going to listen to me in silence.
Not on my clock.
I'm
True.
I guarantee you
Listen to
the
me in
ghost was
silence.
There it
the
is.
ghost wanted you to get the hell out of that
It's
relationship.
like, get the hell out of Dodge, bro.
Yeah.
I
If
did
she's not
mention
going to
that.
let you watch TV, fuck her. That's what the ghost
He's like,
is saying.
Jersey Shore's on. What the fuck?
I loved that show.
Maybe the ghost hated both of
coming
you
back.
guys.
Back.
Maybe what?
The ghost hated both of you guys.
Probably it's just like, oh my God, I tried to lock her out too, but she wouldn't get out of the bed.
The ghost is stuck in the room, and you're making her watch Jersey Shore. That's all I'm saying.
The ghost just wanted to hang out with me, and I was not ready. I'm still not ready.
Carly, you have
Casper.
to start a sentence with the ghost now.
With a ghost?
The ghost.
The ghost was probably lonely and wanted to hang out.
Tony, your turn.
He slammed the door in my face.
No.
Fuck that guy.
The ghost slammed the door.
That ghost is a
You don't
dick.
understand what's going on.
Do you think it was a guy?
I don't know.
Do you believe me now?
Well, maybe it could have been a female because we were fighting and she was defending you. And she's
Maybe.
like, fuck this guy.
And then you
Yeah.
heard a voice in that
Maybe, and
same
it was
room.
a woman's voice,
right?
yeah. Maybe.
yeah,
It
so
was
maybe
probably like, Tony.
you should have been better.
Or maybe Eden got
it's
away with the
possible.
perfect crime.
Yeah.
Always.
Locking you out and then blaming it on a ghost.
I got to slam a door in your face and no repercussions.
She ran back to the bed and acted like she was
Yeah.
scared.
I'm gonna cry. Come on.
Just licking my hands and wiping my face. Oh, before he gets in.
And I'm like, oh, what's the matter?
No, that is not
no,
the reaction
no, I
because
know.
you jump to anger every time. So you're like, get the fuck out of the room.
Well, yeah, door just slammed in my face. That was scary.
Every time I mention like something's
I
gonna
didn't
happen, you're
want
like,
you to
we
be
gotta
in
get
there.
out. We gotta get out. I'm like, Tony, I think he's like, outside. Outside.
Maybe-
Did you want to stay inside?
Maybe
No.
the ghost was like, you guys are fighting about stupid shit. This is going to bring you guys together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Ghost.
No.
Nice.
Shout out to the Ghost.
Do you remember what you were fighting about?
Oh God, no.
So then there you go.
One, two,
Tony,
suck your blood.
I'm
Important when life is on the
Yeah,
line.
no, like I don't remember that argument because literally back then Tony could breathe, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
How dare
Remember
you?
that one time you ditched me and went to fucking Knott's?
Wow.
Like this.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Backstory on that: we went to Price is Right. Tony and Jason left us to go to Knott's because they were assholes. So
No,
With
you
my
guys.
new mascara.
Hold on.
that's right.
Never
First
even
of
got
all,
to use
here's
it.
what happened. You two were fighting. You were
Always.
acting like a bitch.
True.
And I didn't really care about Price is Right. So we left
You yelled at me.
I'm sure I did.
in front of people.
Yeah, so I left.
That's fine.
You embarrassed my friends in front of me.
Why?
Why are we fighting? Again, because Tony could have taken one single breath too much. And I hated you.
I think it was like no phones or cameras allowed. And we had a camera and they had to go back to the truck or something.
No.
No, I think you were on your friggin' phone. And I was like, get off your phone. We're hanging out here. And you were like, oh, Tony, blah, 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 make a joke about everything. Oh, are you mad now? Are you mad now? And I was like, oh, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. And then you were like, why are you mad? But why are you mad? And then I was fucking pissed, so I was yelling at you. And then you guys just scuttled a dude.
Scuttly dude.
We scrambled up out of there.
We scrambled up out of there, and then we couldn't get a hold of you guys for hours
It was
and
nice.
hours and hours till the nighttime. We went to sleep, and then you just showed up.
And-
And I was like, "Where the fuck have you been?" And you were like, "We went to Knott's. Do you want to know about all these things?" We did? Excuse me, what makes you think we are on talking terms? What are you doing?
Hold on. I thought we were cool, and then I get back, and Carly's mad at me for some reason. I'm like, what? I know I technically ditched you, but I'm with my boys. I'm with my
You
boys.
didn't even say goodbye.
I
tried.
Carly and I laid in
think
bed.
I texted you during.
Carly and I laid in bed festering.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Festering and angry. Neither of you texted us.
You want to go to Knott's right now?
I
I wish you would.
Go.
I'm a
Bye.
lot calmer nowadays. And also, shut up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Do you believe me?
Yeah,
Or you don't? Your hands.
I do believe you.
And ghosts?
I've always believed you.
No, that's not true. You're a liar because
I've
we
always
used to
believed
fight.
in you. You know that?
Oh my God. No, you haven't. I don't. Is this therapy right now? I don't want to.
Do you believe in ghosts now?
I do believe in ghosts.
One. I do believe
Just
in ghosts.
one of them, but
believe
the
in
other ones
ghosts.
need to prove themselves.
Don't do this. Don't you fucking do this.
No,
I
actually,
still
the
live in that
last
house right now.
when I lived on Burl, a bunch of stuff started happening before I moved.
Really? Like what?
Cabinets would move by themselves. My brother would see somebody walking in the kitchen in the reflection of the TV.
Ew.
My sister heard
Oh my
somebody's
God,
voice
that's
called.
right. I saw something at your house.
did.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah, before we
Everywhere.
moved, it got intense. Like the microwave would open and shut. The
Shut
chairs
up.
in the kitchen would like move by themselves.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Tony.
Hold on,
It
hold
got
on.
bad.
We were at Tony's house. It was just me and him. He was in the shower, and I was watching TV, and I watched someone walk, like in the reflection of the TV in the kitchen, and I was like, Tony, what are you doing? And they didn't answer. I was like, Tony, what are you doing? And then I got really upset because, hello, don't ignore me. And I went to the bathroom. I was like, Tony, what the hell? I've been calling you. He's like, what? I'm taking a shower. And I was like, we got to go.
No.
We got to get out. We got to go.
No.
And then the last ghostly encounter is going to be sad, so don't. Anyway, was last year at a new house, and it was after my dad died. I think it was that night or the night after. So my dad would always go to sleep first. He would go to sleep at like 8 or 9, and he would wake up at like 10 or 11, like super tired, like a zombie, and he would be shuffling down the hallway to go to the bathroom and then shuffle back. And his thing was when we'd go to sleep, he'd do his rounds and like check all the windows that they were shut and blah, blah, blah. So I think it was the night he passed or the day after, and we're going to sleep. And my brother and I are watching TV, and we start hearing footsteps in the hallway, just back and forth, like shuffling.
He did have a specific sound
Yes.
walk.
Yeah. So we're like, what the fuck? So we turn the TV off, and I'm like, do you hear that? And you just hear shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. And I'm like, Mom, is that you? No answer. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. So we both get up. My brother grabs a baseball bat.
Of course.
I have a metal Captain America shield that's... So I grab that, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. America. So right when I open the door to the room, the shuffling stops. And I immediately go into my mom and my sister's room because they were sleeping in the same bed, and they're dead asleep. My dog's under the covers. So I'm like, me and my brother look at each other, and we're like, what the fuck was that? So we go into the living room. You guys been to my house recently. So we walk into the living room. He goes in the living room. I go into the kitchen. Nothing. I'm like, all right, there's nobody here. So my brother automatically is like, oh, do you think that was Dad? And I'm like, no, like, it could have been anything.
Yeah, dream killer, jerk.
And I don't want it to be that either.
Right,
like, you know,
right.
it's like, yeah, you don't want that. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get some milk. So I serve myself a glass of milk.
That's your solution
Yeah.
to
Captain
everything.
America shield
Milk
and
does
milk.
a body good. So I'm like leaning on the counter.
Got milk commercial right here. If you see a ghost.
Milk. Milk him.
For all he's worth.
Just milk and ghost. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that sounds like a cookie.
Happy
Milk
ghosts
and ghost.
make happy milk. Happy ghosts come from California.
Do you think they make blue milk?
I
Okay.
hope so.
Okay. Go on, you have your glass of milk.
So I lean on the counter and I'm looking into the dining room and I see the curtains on the sliding door moving. So I'm like, all right, that's weird. And then they stop. So I'm like, all right, maybe Alex looked outside. So I go to the window and I check the opening and there's no wind. So I'm like, all right, these shouldn't have been moving. So I go back into the room. I was like, oh, did you look outside? And he's like, no. He's like, I went in the living room and went back to the room.
Nope.
He's like, why? And I'm like, oh, because the curtains in the kitchen were moving and then they stopped. And he was like, fuck you, man. That was Dad. And then, like, I tried to think about it. I was like, maybe he was doing his, like,
His nightly
last
routine.
round. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It
I told you it was
hasn't,
going to be sad.
it hasn't happened since?
Nope.
Huh.
Has
That's
someone
crazy,
taken over
dude.
the duties of checking all the windows?
Nope.
So if you want to rob somebody, where do you live?
I live on
Your butt avenue.
Wow.
Butthole Avenue.
That's sweet.
That's a cool band name.
You
Butthole
guys.
Pleasures.
Butthole pleasures. Should we end on a song?
You guys go on without me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What song, guys?
I love when you're around because he stops talking.
I love you. I love you too.
I didn't say that much.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That's super sweet. That's super sweet.
Okay.
It was a really good story.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's sweet.
I just
Oh
tried.
shit, that's sweet.
I just try not to tell it.
You did good.
Thanks.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing that story.
That's intense.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right, guys. We got a lot out. A lot of info. A lot of creepy things.
A lot of creepy things.
Mostly in the infamous drum room.
Infamous drum. I don't think my effect is on.
The twisty.
Infamous drum room. Infamous.
Infamous drum room.
You were making a lot of movement for a little bit of time.
Yeah, like your whole body was moving for like a small.
You look like Dory when she's talking.
Infamous drum room.
Say my name.
Well, here's a little story I've got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that rhyme,
Hey, and me, Mike D.
We had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey and a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Blah, 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 cause I'm in demand. One lonely beastie I be. All by myself without nobody. Riding around the lake with my baseball hat. Something and the beer's getting flat. Looking for a girl.
Ran
That's
into
not
his guy.
His name was MC8. I said hi.
You said hi.
I'm pretty sure I skipped something.
For sure you did. I'm on the run, the cops got my gun. Nope. Hit him with a wiffle ball bat, so...
I'm on the run, the cops got my gun, and right about now, it's time to have some fun. The king at rhyme, that is my name, and I know the fly spot where they got the champagne.
Nice.
We rolled for 6 hours and we
You like
hit the
that snare?
I like that snare.
Sounds like a metronome.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, God, I hate metronomes.
It's a cool T-shirt.
Metronome.
Metro no. Metro No way.
Hold on, I wanted.
No.
That's funny. Metro. No. That's good. That's good.
That sounds scary.
Jason.
Eden!
And Tony.
Bye.
Thank you for listening, not watching. Oh, shit, that's scary. We'll see you next time when we do some other shit.
Who knows what it'll be?
Who knows? It might.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. Like, open. Wow. Surprise.
What?
Oh, I don't like it. Take it back.
Put it back in the box. Goodbye.
Everybody sleep well. Strap yourselves down.
Don't let anything bite you, as Carly likes to say.
Tagline, Carly.
Sleep well.